Hi guys, it's about 2:05 Eastern, 1:05 Central on this Tuesday, August 14th, 2012. I'm Stephen Boyle. Well, we have some pretty interesting weather going on across the country. We have some cool weather across the Northeast here tonight. We'll take a look at that in just a couple minutes, and then we have a severe thunderstorm watch going on into portions of Alabama or Mississippi, and Louisiana, and then we have still some flood warnings into portions of Florida, and we still have this flood warning into portions of Texas, and this major swath of very warm air and dry air in the western portions of the country. Now let's take a check on the imagery across the country here, and let's see. So yeah, we do have some rain out here. This is actually a little low area of low pressure. Then we have this area of rain in the southern portions of Michigan, and then we have some thunderstorms down into portions of Mississippi and Alabama, and we also have this little area of rain out into portions of South Dakota, and then we also have some scattered showers through the western portions of the Four Corners region. So overall, that is what's going on across the country here. And looking at the main story from the National Weather Service, a cold front threat of severe weather shifts to mid-Atlantic and Northeast. Actually, today, cold front will be moving into the mid-Atlantic and Northeast states on Tuesday, which will help set the stage for strong to severe thunderstorms. Damage and wind gusts, large hail will be possible during the afternoon and evening from northern Virginia northward through portions of upstate New York. So we'll have to watch out for that, as that could be coming in potentially into our forecast region overall. So let's zoom on in here into New England, and it's actually looking pretty nice out tonight. I just want to go down and to look at some of the forecast images. These are the forecast lows. 58 in Springfield, upper 50s into portions of Franklin County and southwest New Hampshire. It's going to be a beautiful night tonight. Just get out there and enjoy it. This is beautiful weather. Tomorrow, look at this. 86 at best. Overall, low to mid 80s across the region. And then as we work our way on into tomorrow night, we'll be dropping back into the mid 60s. Not as cool as tonight, but still pretty comfortable. And then temperatures will be pretty humid on Wednesday, with temperatures anywhere between 78 to 82. And if we look at the weather overall, you can see some rain. We're working our way on into our region. Looking at tomorrow, I want to just see if we'll have any rain across the region, and it could be some fog from time to time, but overall there is a shot at maybe some rain, particularly tomorrow night. We could see a possibility for some thunderstorms tomorrow night, but overall, during the day tomorrow, I don't think we have a big shot at seeing some thunderstorms. So I think we'll be overall okay. So let's take a check on the models, and this is the NAM model. And overall, you can sort of see that, yeah, we're going to get a low pressure system moving in. We also have this front that's going to be starting to work its way, by the end of the week. And this could bring in some more thunderstorms into our region. And now I want to point something out, because this is very, very interesting. This actually goes to show you how intense this trough is. Up in here, okay, you see this blue line of temperatures. And why is that so important? Well, in the upper levels of the atmosphere, it will be, I would say, at the 500 millibar, up at about 850 millibars, the temperature will be below freezing. Now, this is what we look at when it comes in terms of, in the winter, we look at this and say, hey, this region will be seeing snow. During this time of the year, when you're in the heart of the summer, usually this indicates very cold conditions for the summer. I mean, this will indicate maybe at best 60s for highs. I mean, this is fairly chilly conditions that you're seeing up into this portion of Canada. So this really indicates the severity of this coolness and how intense this trough is. So that is pretty intense and pretty interesting to see how cold it is into portions of Canada at this particular time. So overall, as you can see, moving on, you look at that storm. I mean, it moves through the region, bringing in some more rain. We're going to just get pounded with rain yet again across the northeast. Here is that little area of low pressure that moves through what could become, actually it is already Tropical Storm Hector. Where it moves, at this particular time, it may be moving up like this, so I may start tracking that thing yet again. But it looks like it might just fizzle out right in the Pacific. But here is a little area. There is that area of low pressure that moves up through Nova Scotia and moves into northeast Canada. And then we look at this, and look at this area of low pressure. I mean, it moves through and it brings some rain into portions of the northeast. Now, by the end of the model period for this, we have to watch out for this particular storm. Where it moves, I'm not sure, but if you look at this area of high pressure in the central portions of the country, it may give you a good idea of how the storm may move. It may move something like this, okay, with the outer fringes kind of being a little bit right in here. But if this area of high pressure, which is looking pretty probable, is setting out like this, which means, some, dry conditions, and overall a ridge in the west still setting out, and then the trough in the east. Overall, this would mean cooler dry conditions for this portion of the country. But overall, with this area of high pressure, you would generally see the low pressure moving around that area of high pressure. So that's what it's looking like at this particular point is going to happen. And then when we talk, so that's the Canadian model, looking at the GFS model, seeing how there's that rain coming in for a little bit later on tomorrow night or actually tonight into Wednesday. It's looking like that'll be moving through New England. There's that front, may give us some rain or thunderstorms. It brings in some pretty nice air. We have another area of low pressure that's going to be moving through and could bring portions of New England some rain. And then we have this little interesting area moving into portions of Texas, maybe giving them some big douses of rain. I mean, really intense rain. And then we have this area of low pressure that moves into New England, bringing us some very heavy rain. That moves out. There comes another low pressure, giving New England yet some more heavy rain. And then look at that, another low pressure system by the end of the model period. So general track, very wet, very cool in the east, wetter than average, and cooler than average as well coming into the east. And what I want to show you here at the end of this particular model is see how there's this area of high pressure. What that's doing is really pulling down that cool air and allowing it to filter in to the eastern portions of the country. And then you can really see this intense trough, or ridge, out into the central or western portions of the country. So that's what's going on when it comes in terms of the weather across the country over the next few weeks. I mean, people have already been telling me that it's been cooler than average and really raining hard into their region. So, that gets me to believe that our pattern is really starting to get itself underway here. So that's what's going on across the country. I hope you all have a great rest of your Tuesday, and we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back maybe sometime later today or tomorrow on Wednesday with another forecast. Take care, everyone.